Okay, so I'm going to start with this one because I want to go through the entire arcade because I feel like the arcade's really the first big popular game of the Turtles. This was the first transition where they converted it to the NES, but it wasn't as good, and I think it'd be fun to play the first level of this and then play the first level of the arcade to do a comparison. And then from there, I'm going to jump back and forth because this version had 2 extra levels to make it a little bit bigger for the home version. I thought it'd be fun if I go in, just do a comparison of the first level, and then go back to the arcade, play till I get to the point where, which I have notes here so I don't miss it, get to the point where the level is left out. Then I switch back to this, because you can level skip. And let me show you some of those settings, too. You have you have some CRT filter options. I put it on just basic TV filter. I do like the lines of resolution, and I have border on, and I made it a little bit bigger so it fills up the entire screen so it doesn't have the black bars top, bottom. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go out of this because I want to show you guys the options. You have to hit the center thing. It brings you to the options there. So you have, like, level start. You can pick your level. You have easy menu. You have God mode, which I have off. It's one-hit kill on everything. Extra lives I have on. Fancy kicks on. There's some extra stuff. Each game has its own extra stuff. But let's get right into it. Oop, I didn't have my chat open on TikTok. Now I do. We're streaming right now. TikTok. The audio's a little quiet. TikTok. Oh. Second. Really low res. I don't know why. Get that 1080p going. Okay. Let's use... I'm going to use Michelangelo because I think he's who I'm going to use in the arcade version. Weird audio. I don't know if you guys are too. Let me know if the audio is bad. Just give me 1 second here. I'm gonna unplug it. I can mess with audio. The audio is really low for me. It's okay. I just turned up on my end, it's fine. So you can notice, obviously, like, this is 8-bit. The graphics weren't, for the time, the graphics were good. Also, one of the things I changed is I turned off, there's like a flicker that if you played, because this game maxed out what the NES could do. So there was flicker. You'd have a lot of blinking. If there was slowdown, if too many characters got on the screen, it would slow down. And none of that's here. This is the first time I've ever played this without that, and it's pretty cool. It's noticeable. Also, check out the combo. So, when you watch the basic combo, this is just me tapping the button. There's a few moves they do, but you'll notice when I switch to the arcade version... God damn it. When I switch to the arcade version, the combo's different. There's more animation to it. There's a couple more moves. You'll notice a dramatic difference to the arcade version. I mean, this was during a time when the arcades just didn't look like what you saw at home yet. Didn't get that way till like the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. We're going to go through and see all those, too. We're going to play everything. We were thrilled when this came out, though. And you'll see why. Everybody knows the original NES Turtles was not the best. People did not exactly... They weren't pleased with it. It was still... We played it because it was still the Turtles, you know? And that was a time where we'd play Turtles anything. Oh, also... Pause it 1 second. I want to go over this. Back in the 90s, they had turtle pies. They were basically those Hostess little pies, the apple pies, cherry pies you see in the grocery store all the time. And they had those, and they had turtle pies. They basically colored them with food coloring green, but the inside had the vanilla pudding. And they stopped making those years ago. And it's hard to find just the regular pies with vanilla in them, but I did find some. Found right here. We just have the pudding pies. So this is basically a turtle pie, pretty much. I don't think it's the same brand. I think those were made by Hostess. I've never had a turtle pie, by the way, so I don't know the comparison. But this is basically a turtle pie without the food coloring. It's a vanilla flavored pie. We're going to eat that after we beat this game and the arcade one. And I also found this, so I thought I'd throw this in there. We always talk about Boston cream pie donuts here. I don't know why. I found a Boston cream pie one. It's kind of like a half turtle pie. It's chocolate and it's vanilla. So, you know, there's that. That's coming up. Just a little bonus. A bonus turtle pie. Let me just, real quick, I'm going to check my audio levels and kill these guys first. So this is the move you would do. You would do this, get off me. You do like that move there. If you hit both buttons at the same time, that's a one-hit kill. I'm gonna have a quick echo. We're gonna do an audio check. Audio check, audio check. You know what? Sounds fantastic to me, and I feel 100 times better now. That was kind of bothering me. I didn't know if the audio was good because nobody... audio sounds good. Oh, thank you, Rachel. And just so you know, just putting this out there, watch on TikTok if you want, no problem. But it is much harder for me to see the chat on TikTok because TikTok's gaming chat is so tiny. If you're not actually looking at your screen all the time, it's really hard to see. If you want me to definitely see what you're saying on chat, go over to Gambino, the Great Gambino on YouTube and check the live stream out there. It's probably running much better anyways, but I will for sure see your chat because it's huge and white, bright screen in front of me on a bigger tablet. So let's crush through this level. I love this level, even though I've played the hell out of it. And that's why it'll be fun to kind of now jump around in these games and start at other levels. You don't always have to run through from the beginning. But you can see the basic combo is just like that. That's just the basic combo. It's just like 2 or 3 hits. They couldn't program in too much because the original Nintendo just wasn't powerful enough to handle much more. I mean, this was maxing the damn thing out. This is probably like, this is, I would say, like the height of what NES was capable of. I gotta use the D-pad. I'm playing on PS5, by the way, just in case anyone's wondering. I mean, it runs pretty much flawlessly the same on every console. I'm not going to be doing online on this one, multiplayer, even though the game does have it, but I hear it's terrible right now because there's a lot of slowdown and just very glitchy, hard to find the game. That'll obviously get better. Oh, there's a jump kick too, by the way. Just stop and see if anyone's saying anything. Chat here. Alrighty. And I'll let you guys know, I took some notes too on things that they changed. Everybody always liked Turtles in Time better on Super Nintendo. You always hear that. And versus the arcade, people don't, it's not their favorite out of the two. And I never really understood why, because I felt like the arcade was so much better graphically. But there are some differences, apparently. They added a lot of different things. I don't think there's new levels. There might be one. I don't know. But they've changed a lot of the characters. Bosses are different, I guess. Like there's a part on a ship that you fight Rocksteady and Bebop, and in the arcade you fight Toka and Razar. I didn't even know that. I think we have Turtles in the background over there too. I don't know if that arcade's working, have it on or not, but I have the Turtles in Time arcade on the arcade background for aesthetics. It's driving me crazy. I gotta go turn it on. I gotta hit a button. It's frozen. Sometimes when I leave a game playing in the background there, it just freezes to a black screen if you're not pushing the buttons. I have it set to have like a nice little just the screensaver that shuffles through all the MAME games. Also, one thing that's a little bit of a gripe I have with this game, and a lot of these retro games that they make, games had scan lines back in the day. They were made for CRT monitors. Okay, those things are going to drill up from the bottom. Now there's going to be Rocksteady. Now look at the graphics here. Focus on them, because we're going to go next and play the arcade version and do a little comparison. Look at the color of Rocksteady. He's pretty much all gray and black. You know, they only could do so many colors, but you'll see he's completely different colored in the arcade. And all this, it's similar, but you know what to look for. The graphics are much improved. I mean, it's either way, they're both still very retro, but... So talking about the monitor. So we're able to fake this, the scan lines. I have those in there. Let me turn them off quick to show you what that's like. So that's off. You notice it's a little bit more blocky. We'll play like that for a second. This is not what games looked like on the screens back in the day, because the screens would blur the edges. It's just the way the light bled into the pixels. There was pixel bleeding. So things didn't need to be as smoothed out. They could be blocky like this, and it would naturally, the screen would smooth it out, the image, so it didn't look like this. Also, there were scan lines that would add a little more blur to the character, and the monitors were curved. All of that gives a completely different feel and effect. I'm going to go ahead and turn those scan lines back on. But sometimes I want to show you another thing. They do other things like monitor. Look at this. This looks terrible to me. It's too dark. So when they add too many scan lines, all it's doing is essentially adding blacks. It's adding grids of black, very small lines to mimic pixels. The problem is your CRT monitors back in the day were very bright, so it didn't look dim like this. So with MAME on PC, it's very customizable. So you could add the scan lines, and on top of that, you can brighten the image. You could curve the glass and the edges. I'll play some games on Steam not Steam, MAME, on my MAME emulator to show you guys eventually. But you could curve the edges, round off the edges, curve the screen, and you could even add like a glare now so it looks like it's actual glass. And if you play with it, I played with it for like half a day, the adjustment settings for the MAME. And man, when I was done, it felt like I was playing on an old school monitor the way it looked. I just wish some of these games would add the filters to look that way. I know that it's capable. The Sega Genesis collection did it really, really well. That's on Steam and pretty much every other platform. I mean, you could really curve the glass and make it look good. Also, like there was an old Final Fight collaboration on Xbox Arcade. Same thing. You had the really good curved monitor look. I don't know why they don't do that more often in these re-releases that they're putting so much effort into. But either way, it runs and looks great. So we're going to pause right now. Yeah, this is a city one. We're going to get out of here. I just want to change it up for people. I don't want to keep it all the same. No, boy. We're going to go back and play this a little later on. But let me show you what we have here, by the way. Okay, we got into it. We played some. This is the original NES game that came out. The one people were unhappy with because people wanted more like the arcade game. This is the one that mimicked the arcade game, as you can see here. And we were thrilled with this one. It was a blast at the time, 2-player action, go through it. Then they made a third one. I never had this one because I was already on the Super Nintendo when this came out. But this one is going to be fun for me to play because it's in the same style of the NES version of the arcade. Moving over here, this is Tournament Fighters. Never played this one, the NES version. I had this and I loved this game. This is the game. This is the first Ninja Turtle game I ever had. This was Fall of the Foot Clan for the Game Boy. Fall of the Foot Clan for the Game Boy, and it was amazing. I loved it. Fantastic game. This is the sequel I had. This did not like it as much. I never played this one. This was the third one. Just never got that one. This is the arcade game. This is the first arcade game. The next thing we're gonna play. This is what this is mimicking. You could already see a little bit. The graphics are much different. You could have 4 characters. It's much more colorful. Animations much smoother. Okay, this is Turtles in Time, probably the most popular one. The arcade version's right here. Now, we're going to play that. That was basically part 2 in the arcade. It was part 4 for Super Nintendo, and this is the Super Nintendo version. This actual screen you're seeing right here is of that. This is something that was not on the arcade. You didn't have this boss where you're throwing the characters at the screen. It was Super Nintendo's Mode 7 that made that possible. I read that recently. Tournament Fighters for the Super Nintendo did not have that one. This is the Sega Genesis version. They didn't have Turtles in Time. This was the only Sega Genesis version. It was Hyperstone Heist. Another one that I really liked because it was like that offshoot Turtles game that looked like the other arcade games. So this one was really cool, and it's a little bit special to me because it's one I never owned. And I was always excited about because it's like an extra arcade game that wasn't as talked about. And then we have Tournament Fighters, I think for Genesis. One of these is Genesis, one is Super Nintendo. Oh yeah, it's Genesis. You can see the controller. And then we're back to the original one. So let's go ahead. Now we just finished the first level of the Super Nintendo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2. We're going to see the comparison now of the arcade version. Let's see what my settings are. Okay, God mode is off. Bombs off. You can turn off. I guess there's penalty bombs. Nightmare mode off. Starting level. So we'll pick the level later, but we'll start right at the beginning. Another cool thing is on the arcade. When I play this on the arcade, I only use Leonardo because you can only... It's based on quarters, the tokens that you put in. I was only able to play for years on my arcade over there in the background as Leonardo because that's the first player. That's the only one that you could start unless you hook up other inputs to use the other characters. So we'll use Michelangelo because that's what we used before. It's going to be fun for me to actually be playing with a different character. I'm going to skip the song. I don't think it's copywritten anyways, because that's why they redid that. A lot of people are upset that they redid that. That's not the original song, but I think if that was for copyright reasons. Hold on a second. Okay. The audio sounds weird to me. Let me reboot this. Hold on. Something's not right with the audio. It was weird. The audio was off. There was no sound effects. Hey, what's up? What's up, Lorik? Sherman, how are you? Sherman, I'm also on YouTube right now, on my YouTube channel of The Great Gambino. It probably is playing much better, and I could see the chat much easier there, just in case anyone wants to chat. Oh my god, you guys are chatting on there. I forget I have to reboot the chat. Hello, how are you, Sherman? I see you now on YouTube. Anyone that's on YouTube, I can now see your comments. The audio sounds a little weird. Let's see if it gets better as I go. Is it just me or does the audio sound weird? Are you guys not hearing the game sound effects? Let me try this. It's weird, I'm not getting sound effects on... Now I am. Hold on a second. That's weird. I had to take my headphone out just a little bit. Sometimes if your headphones are all the way in, it doesn't give me full sound. I hope it's not... Let me know if everything sounds cool on the stream, though, because it can't always tell. But right away, look at the fire down there. Look how much more intense the fire is. And you're going to see the combos. There's more moves to the combos in the animation. Just trying to see some comments I might have missed. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Lorik? Lorik or Lorik? I can call you Quirkini. Is it Quirkini? I'm probably messing it up. I'm sorry. So you can throw the character over your shoulder, too. It's just much better looking. Of course, this is a 4-player game. You can play with all 4 of the turtles. You have better animations. People coming out of elevator doors, fire in the background. Just overall, everything looks much better. And this is obviously a far superior version than the NES version. But this never came out on a home release. It was never on any of the consoles. I don't know why they never released this on Super Nintendo. I think that's crazy. Genesis and Super Nintendo should have got this. We got Turtles in time, but why would they not have done both? Kids would have bought them. You know, it was an already created game. They didn't have to develop anything. They just had to port it over to the Super Nintendo. Maybe it's because they felt like Turtles in Time was better and they've already moved on to that, but afterward they could have done this. I think they do things so much different now. Nowadays they would have done it, but... So there's April in the background, and watch Rocksteady come through the ground in comparison to what we saw earlier. Obviously, the little drill there is much better, and look at his colors. He's not all gray and black now. He's got more of the cartoon-style colors here. This looks like a better arcade port. It is. I think it's better than ones we've seen in the past. I think this is the best port of all of these. Sherman, you could actually turn off flicker and slow down. A lot of these older games slowed down and flickered. Not this one. Or not, well, this one we never did because it was built from the ground up for the game. But like the NES versions are all the slowdown and flickers out of it. Now keep in mind, these games are meant to steal your quarters. So you'll notice there's a long process. I'll have them slowly start flashing red. That was to psychologically make you think you were close to beating him. So then when he'd kill you easily by shooting you, mowing you down with the gun, you'd put more quarters in because you knew you're so close, just one more quarter. They're trying to like squeeze the money out of you. Right, there's the shredder. So we'll continue, go to the next level. Like it belongs from MAME. What do you mean it belongs from MAME? One thing I was saying earlier, Sherman, that I like better about MAME is you could add better CRT monitor filters. You could curve the screen. You could round off the edges, and you could add like a little reflection to the, like a little light reflection, and like a little just a little like a gradient glare in the corner, that little speckle to make it look like it's glass, and just so much more effects that make it look like you're on an old school screen. But it's very playable like this. We loved this game when we were kids. I mean, we would think about getting home, going to the arcade, playing it. There was so all the characters on screen. There were so many ninjas on the screen at once. You know, you didn't see that at home. You'd have like 2 characters on your screen, maybe 3 at the most on Nintendo. And then you go to the arcade, and there's like 5 characters fighting you at once. You'd have 4 people playing at the same time. Everything looked like, you could tell these are the Ninja Turtles. When we get to NES Part 1, I mean, the character's like 1.5 inches big. And, you know, if you didn't write Turtles on the box, I might not even, well, you could tell it's Turtles, but a lot of games you couldn't tell what the character was. If you were playing like Terminator or a lot of other games, it just looks like a standard generic character. Could I? I wonder if I could switch characters. Oh, there's a pizza right there. I think you actually got points for hitting the woman on the skateboard. I don't know if they took her out of it, though. Get out of here. I didn't do it. Okay, I wasn't going to do it. Oh, yeah, and plus, in this game, you could throw the characters at the wall like that, and they slide down like that. You couldn't do that in the, You couldn't do that in the Turtles 2, the arcade game, but you actually could do something like that in Turtles 3. They added that extra effect. And that was still for the NES, so it was pretty impressive. Let's use it. This looks like a better arcade. Is the emulator for most arcade software. Oh, yeah, MAME. I know what MAME is. It's the emulator. But I think with MAME, it's a little bit... some stuff still off. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't really looked into where it is. From what I hear, that a lot of emulation does have flaws. Nothing I would notice because I'm not that technical with it, but people notice like input lag and stuff like that, and certain sound effects don't fire off right, I've heard. I don't notice stuff like that. I just don't. But by the way, Sherman, do you remember Ninja Turtle pies in the 90s? I found kind of like turtle pies. They're not colored green with the food coloring. I'm gonna eat a turtle pie on camera. And I bought these as kind of like a turtle pie too. After we beat the game, little turtle pie bonus. It's probably gonna taste horrible.
You are dead. Getting prettier.
It's hot in here. It's gonna get hot. Sorry if I sweat on camera, but it's like 90 something degrees lately in LA. That's the thick of it, you know? Come on, you son of a gun. You gotta be careful not to swear. I don't like to swear as much on YouTube. I swear a lot on TikTok and Twitch. I don't usually swear on YouTube. I don't know why. I feel like YouTube is like strict with bad words. Come on, people. It's 2022. They're just words. I swear a lot. One time I wore a rubber band around my wrist to snap every time I swore. And it kind of worked, but then I took the band off and went right back to swearing. It's not like I'm worried about the character beating me because I think I have infinite. Well, yeah, because you hear that? You get infinite. Those are representative of quarters or tokens, and you get endless amounts, so you can just keep playing. Come on. All right, let's see. So we wanted to play the first 2, compare the graphics, arcade, super arcade. Yeah, we're good. The next level, I'm going to go switch back over to the NES. It's the snow level, which is a bonus level that they added to make the game bigger because they wanted it to be more of a full game experience. I wonder if they didn't add levels if they could have made it the game have a little bit more similarities to the arcade. But we liked it. I like both of the levels that they added. I think they're really good levels. One's like a snow level in New York City, and the other one is like you're in like this big dojo, like very Japan-like. It's called like House of Shogun or something like that. Got the mousers in the background. The frame rate's smooth. Yeah, it's pretty smooth, isn't it? Get off me. Oh, shit. Hold on a second. You know what? Wait a minute. I was just about to ask you, Sherman. Hold on a second. Sorry for the people on TikTok. I was just about to ask you, Sherman, how the hell are you commenting the same thing on TikTok and YouTube at the same time? It's because I had the chat opened on the TikTok. I had the YouTube chat open on the TikTok, so they weren't even getting full screen. Oh, that's cheap, little rockets. Sorry if you're on TikTok. Now you got full screen. Yeah, pizza. See the jump little that moves in here, the double slash. It's hard to do. That one, it's harder to hit them with that in the arcade version. See how cheap that is? If you go try to avoid it, they shoot rockets at you. So it's hard to do the damn move. It's much harder to do that jump baseball swing with the bat, with the nunchuck. And it doesn't, the hit detection's much worse. Let me see if I can do it. That move. It's much harder to do that. It doesn't always fire off. I don't even think they let you do it every time. And it doesn't always hit them. That move will knock a 2-hit character in 1 hit. It's real easy to do on Nintendo, and you can use that to, you know, to be a little bit more successful in making it through the game. Pumpkin. Huge beverages. Warm. I don't want that. Okay. Okay, let's go. We're gonna play for 17 hours today. Yeah, and it's kind of hard to hit the characters. Ah! I wish this had a super move, like a special move, like in Final Fight. That's the cool thing when you go back and play these arcade... Well, I guess it's the cheap thing. When you go back and play these old arcade games, games like Final Fight, when you have endless continues, endless lives, you could just really abuse your special move that knocks everybody out in the screen. Because, yeah, it'll take a little bit of power away, but eventually they just kill you and you get all your power back endlessly, and you can just keep using your special move. There's no special move in this game, really. I guess that jump slash is the special move, but you don't really have the access to use it. Unless I just suck and I don't know how to use it right. You go squish. Now, I'm pretty sure you fight Baxter Stock. Yeah, Baxter Stockman. Yeah. And he drops a ton of those things, and he's hard to hit because he doesn't. There's no hit detection on him. That's the thing. The hit detection's really cheap on him in this game. And again, it's probably because they don't want you to hit him, because they want you to. Can I take these out and then they'll become hittable, attackable, or is he gonna just keep dropping them? Yeah, he's gonna keep dropping them. I think the key is to just stay down here and just hope he gets in front of me so I get a couple hits off. Now again, normally you'll have like 4 people in this all trying to hit him chaotically, so it's much easier to hit him. Damn it! Because if you're playing this on regular Nintendo, you just jump kick him the whole time. See, now it's doing that jump slash move every time. It is really hard to hit. Like, you can't... The hit detection is terrible. And that's not because of the port. Like, the game's made that way to not... You have to be, like, really specific to hit the characters. Like, if you're not lined up perfect, it doesn't hit them. Oh, it's kind of frustrating, actually. Oh, he didn't blink at all. That's why I was getting frustrated. I didn't think I was even coming close. We need a fan in here. Damn. Okay, wait a minute. We're gonna quit. Now we're gonna go back to the NES version. So we're gonna go to Snowy Central. And it should start us right up in that. Let's change it up. Let's use Donatello. Purple. So, like, look how much easier it is to hit the characters, especially with that move. So this, again, this is the arcade game made for NES, so you can see right away the differences in graphics. Give me 1 second. I've got to get a fan in here because I am sweating quick. Back. All right. I had to get some air in here. It was just brutal, man. The heat was gonna kill me. Woo! Okay, let's go. That's better. Got a little breeze going. Sorry about that. I was gonna bring that in here earlier and I just forgot. So yeah, this level is not in the arcade version. This is the extra level. Over a little bit. I feel like I went and did a workout, man. And they created an extra character too. An extra boss character. Like a... I think it's like a polar bear or something with the biker jacket on. Ah! I knew I was gonna do that. I didn't care. I sacrificed it. So these are like snowmen with little carrot rocket noses. Interesting, like, creative level in characters, you know? Maybe the level's not that crazy, but the interesting characters on this. They replaced the sewers that you can fall down with. I don't know. I guess those are just, like, now that I think about it, they're random holes for no reason at all. Why are those holes there going into nothing? Why is that there? And why doesn't he fall down it, you son of a bitch? Oh. There we go. Okay, let's move on. Sherm, if you're still here, can you hear that fan or is that cool? I kind of leave it on because, like, literally I'm starting to, like, get too hot and I'm going to faint on camera. That's the key right there. You just keep whacking them with this one. Boom. See that? So much easier to do that move in this. And that's how you know. They're not trying to steal your money with this game. You already bought it. You paid everything you're going to pay. So they just want you to enjoy the game, so they make it playable. Gotta be honest, I think I do like this version, even though the graphics are totally... They're definitely inferior to the other one that we were just playing, but there's more nostalgia in this one for me. You know what it is? It's the people you spend time with, too. I remember playing this with one of my close friends, who's my neighbor, and his brother. We used to always play this, you know? Growing up as little kids, we just remember, like, hanging out, having a good time playing this game. I think those moments and who you shared them with are really what make the... They make the game special, it's, you know? So even though the graphics aren't as good as the arcade, I only played the arcade so many times. And, you know, everything from the music to just every little sprite on camera or on screen is special. I'm probably not going to play every level of the arcade game now that I think about it, because, you know what? I want more variety, and it's going to take a while to run through all of these levels. And I think it's really more about showing off just what games are on here, how they play. Because if I try to max every game, I'm going to be here for 10 hours. Slash Fred says, get out of here, get out of here. Not you, Fred. I'm talking to these ninjas. Here's one of the cool things. Skipping levels, you could start with full lives at, like, the last level, so you'll probably easily breeze through it. Let's see. He's saying, I remember playing this game when I was young. How old were you when you had this one? I was a little kid. I wasn't, like... I'm old, so, you know... I don't know. It depends on when it came. I don't remember what year this exactly came out, but it was before Super Nintendo, so it had to be I had to be somewhat young. I was a little kid. Yeah, this is a great game, man. I can still play this one. Now, I actually did, you know what, we did get this. No, we didn't. Does anyone know if they put this on the Nintendo Classic, the little mini? Or I'm trying to remember if I hacked it on there or if this one came on there. I don't think this one came on there. So the port's probably not nowhere near as good as this port, because it wasn't official. So yeah, this is that character in the biker outfit who is an angry polar bear. But that's where this character came from. There was a cool commercial advertising this game where they did a little 3D version of that character and the character from the other added levels. It's a really cool commercial. Just the art style of the 3D animation that they did for the time. It's the only other time I think that character appeared in anything. That's how you get him. You just get the combo like this. There we go. We got him. Okay. We've done it. Now, by the way, if you're just getting here, I'm going to try to do like a turtle pie bonus. We got pudding pies. It's as close as I can get to a turtle pie. Vanilla pudding. There's just no green food coloring on the shell, but all right, let's go ahead. We're gonna skip to the Shogun level. House of Shogun. Okay, so this is the other level that was added for home experiences. Let's use Leo. Trying to change things up, create variety here. Yeah, we're gonna play that one. We're playing Cowabunga Collection, Slasher Fred. It has every game. It just came out a couple days ago. It has almost every Turtle game on it. It just released for all platforms. And yeah, we got Turtles in Time. We got the Super Nintendo and the arcade version on this. You could add like TV filters and stuff like that. This game has it all. It has Turtles 1, 2, 3. It has all the Game Boy Turtles. It has the tournament fighters. And it has all the arcade games. And you can play online, too, with other people. So it's a really cool package. And you could turn that The bezel you guys see on around it with the characters, if you want, you could turn that off and have just black. You could make the screen, you could fill the screen, like I'll show you guys. So I could turn borders off and then have it just black like this. I'll try to show you guys some options as we go. You could also, so this is how it looks originally. It's like this size, but you could also, if you want, you can go wide. I don't like playing that way. It's much too stretched for me. So, you know, as you can see, it just doesn't look right. It's super stretched. Let's go ahead and put that back. So I like to play it full, so it fills up the top and bottom with borders on. And I like the TV filter so you get some basic scan lines. Now, all these characters are extra characters. They're not in any other part of the game or the arcade. We're definitely going to run some Turtles in Time on here. And if you are on TikTok, just so you know, it's hard to see your chat. You can chat easier on YouTube, The Great Gambino. Or just chill right where you are. And I'll try to see your chat as I go. It's just harder to look down, because these ninjas take advantage of me when I look down. Look at the city in the background. It's graphematical. Oop. I mean, for being an NES 8-bit game, this was cool. I mean, I know that's hard. If you're younger and you weren't around back then, it's really hard to see that. I'm sure it'd be hard to see that now. This probably looks like a choppy block mess, but for someone like me that was a kid back then and remember this being a new game that just came out, just the different textures on screen. You see the little cube wall here in the middle that's breaking up the doors, and the pattern of the paper floor, and that the fact that there's ninjas breaking through the paper. There was a point where this was pretty impressive because other games really didn't have all this in there. You know, there's this rock pattern up here. I guess if I walk over, it's easier. You could slash these things and they go flying. You know, we've evolved a lot since this, so... But, you know, I'm able to go back and kind of remember. Also, if you're just getting here, the flicker is off. If you notice, there's no flicker or slowdown. They took that away. So it runs smoother than it did back in the Nintendo days. I can't hit this. I want to knock one of those guys out with it. Kia! Chop, chop. That's how you get concentrated. You gotta take them out like that. I'm telling you, the jump move is where it's at. You round them up, ooh. What? Bamboo spikes. Oh, these tigers come alive. I forgot about it. Like, that's, to me, like that's impressive. How this tiger's coming alive and now I'm fighting the freaking tiger that was part of a painting or something. Ah! Take that, you black and white retro tiger. It's black and white. It's like old-time samurai movies. Retro tigers. That's what I'm calling them. Yeah! It's a pretty good variety of enemies in these extra levels. Yeah, we're not even moving. Look at this. I forgot I could do this. There's a glitch where you could just, like, if you just tap it, tap it, tap it, you just slide. Ka-cha! Ah! Come on, you friggin' rascal. Get back, tiger. Man, this tiger's got lots of life. Ha! The tiger's got how many lives? Die, dumb kitty! Dude, how many hits does this thing take? Why does it burn on fire? Huh. Why does the painting that comes to life, that's a cat? Scorpions! I forgot about these enemies. See, that's another thing about this collection. Let me read these comments real quick. What platform are you playing? I'm playing on PS5, Sherman. And I'm running it through OBS. Oh, I love the original Turtles trilogy. You can't see it right now, but in the background of my set, Slasher Fred. Am I saying that? Yeah, Slasher Fred. If you look in the background, I have the NECA. They recreated the Jim Henson costumes in 6-inch collectible characters. They're very detailed. I've got them lined up over there in the background on a shelf. They're really, really cool. They look just like the Jim Henson suits from the original Turtle movies. Yeah, live action. Really, really cool collectible. I did a full review of them on my YouTube channel somewhere. You son of a guns. Look at these. These like little scorpions that shoot lasers out of their tail. That's cool. There's like so much variety in characters for an 8-bit game. After this, we will go back. What we'll do is, because I'm going to shorten this up, I think we might just go to the last level and beat both the last levels. Maybe we'll just beat the arcade version, last level. Maybe we don't need to come back and beat this one. I want to give like a little full round of the arcade. I feel like the arcades is really the one that made Turtle games great. And what led to Turtles in Time, which is one of the coolest. Actually, we did play the new Turtles game. I don't know if anyone played the new Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge. Great game. We did play it here on the channel. I did a full playthrough of it on YouTube. Hey, Rachel Kate, where have you been? You disappeared for 17 hours. Revolving door. That's kind of cool for 8-bit times. Ah! There we go. Pizza! Ah! Damn it. See, that's the thing about this one. They can punch you and you slide down from the wall, but in the arcade version, you could throw them into the wall and they slide down. I don't know why they didn't make it the other way. So, okay, here's that Shogun character. Let's take him out. I feel like we gotta try some of these other levels. You know what I might do is I might jump around a little bit. We'll go play other games and come back. I just don't want to stick to... I don't want to stick to the arcade and the arcade port for too much. So we'll switch around to other games and we'll come back and we'll play different levels. We'll change it up. Got to stick some variety in there. What we'll do, here's what we'll do. We'll do next, we'll do, I'll show the Game Boy version, and then maybe we'll do some Turtles in Time. Ah! Done. There we go, we got him. Oh my god. He blew up and his bones were left. That doesn't make much sense, but... Okay, so we're going down. Oh, down to the Technodrome. Okay, so this brings us to the last level. Get a little cutscene. That's a cutscene back in the day. I'm baking kettle bread right now. Are you cooking it? I mean, are you cooking it? Are you cooking the bread? Are you filming it? Oh, shit. Okay, so here's this level. Let's go. We're going to quit this game. Let's go over. I'm going to move to... Okay. This is... I love that box art, by the way. Check that box art out. It's from one of the comic books. Didn't know that till years later. Such good illustration, though. I love the comic book look of the Turtles. There's multiple different versions. There's the Archie comics, and there's something else. I'm not a comic book guy. This is just stuff I've learned on YouTube recently. But yeah, I had a blast with this game. So much fun. I liked it better than the original Nintendo Part 1. So let's push start here. I probably suck at this. Let's start stage 1. Let's start with Michelangelo. So, can I get my buttons down? Yeah, this was a fun game. Side scroller. So this is different than the beat 'em ups. It's not a beat 'em up. It's a it's a side scroller game. Gonna come at me. Yeah. So this was this is obviously it's Game Boy. That's why it's black and white like this. And if you're actually playing on Game Boy, it'd have the Game Boy screen was green. The game ran in black and white, but the screen background was kind of green. So it had like a oop, I didn't want to waste those. Jump kick. Wait till these are gone. Ah. You know what I liked about this one versus the NES one? Well, first off, it wasn't impossible. You could actually beat the game if you tried. And the sprites were a little bit bigger. Just felt like more, at the time, a more complete turtle game. Oh yeah, I remember this, where you could jump and it like creates, there's like multiple screens length. Mousers. The frame rate's a little choppy on it, but it was Game Boy, so this was portable. You're talking portable in like the early 90s. Why is this in my recommendations? I don't know. Sorry, dude. Sorry, my man. I don't always do turtle stuff. Maybe you watch something else. Do you like watches? I used to cover wristwatches on this channel, but then I make watches on a completely separate channel. I started 1.5 years ago doing a second YouTube channel just for wristwatches, and that is growing very nicely. I don't know, maybe you've watched my wristwatch videos in the past. I've covered a lot of different things. I don't usually cover Ninja Turtles, but I just wanted to for fun. Just playing with the streaming a little bit in here. Ah! The Game Boy one looks cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I still like it now. It's cool, I think it's decent for what we had back then. I mean, the main thing is it's playable. It's not impossible. Like the NES one was just really stupid hard. Now there is a rewind function too. I forgot to show that. So if you screw up, you could go back a certain amount. And that comes into play with the NES version because you could back up and kind of cheat your way through the entire game. But some of them just have God mode where they can't hurt you, and you could just kill everything with one hit. Damn, there's a lot of baddies coming at me. Give me that pizza. I need that. Oh. I thought I was gonna hit, so I was already backing up. Okay, here we go. I've noticed the Mousers only appear in one episode of the original. Is that right? Really? I wouldn't think that. This is a long level, unless this is multiple levels. I feel like we would have had a boss fight, though. I don't remember. Oh, no, there are stages in this. I want to get to... I think the first boss is going to be Rocksteady. Whoa. Whoa! What should I do next? Should I do Turtles in Time, or should I do the original NES version to show... See, now I just got hit. If I want to not get hit, I go back. Maybe I change it and I play it differently. Ah! Ah! Get off me! We can go check out the original NES version just so we could see, or we can do some Turtles in Time. Damn. How long is this level? Oh, I want that pizza. I know, I'm crushing it. Well, this is the one I probably played the most growing up, you know. What the hell? Oh, yeah. It's been a long time, clearly. I don't remember everything. There's that Rocksteady. Look how good he looks, though. For, like, an NES game. Take those ninja stars. Oh, nope, you're not going to hit me today. Nope. I gotta go back a little further. Ah, there's no way. Oh, you deflect some. We did it! Yeah! Okay. That's cool. Let's bounce out of here. I want pizza. Dude, I made a pizza last night. I was gonna eat it on camera too, just for the, the occasion. I made, in my hometown, there's a place called Oskin Eats Pizza. If you watch... Let's go to home one second. If you go to One Bite, if you ever watch One Bite, but Dave Portnoy, the pizza guy, he's like the most famous pizza reviewer. He actually went to my hometown and reviewed Oskin Eats Pizza. Basically what they do, it's a square pizza, but they put the sauce on top of the cheese. It's so good, though. It looks gross, but it's so good. I tried to kind of make something similar. Obviously, it didn't taste exactly the same because the sauce was just some cheap sauce, whatever, and, the bread wasn't... it wasn't going to be as good as their dough and their spices and their seasonings, but it still, the effect worked. There's still sauce layered on the cheese. The key I just figured this out on my own, was to cook the cheese for a little while first so it flattens, then put the sauce on, then put it back in the oven, then throw a little Parmesan cheese on it. It was delicious. All right, we're already in here, so let me see. Did anyone say to go Turtles in Time next? All right, we're going to do this one then. Okay, so this is the first Turtle game to come out for the original 8-bit and Nintendo before that arcade game came out. And, you can see right away there's this main map, but the graphics were not. This was side-scrolling, and so I didn't like that. I did a bad approach. So I'm going to wait. They can't jump, can they? Yeah, so, like, this one is just, you could just tell the graphics are not... And keep in mind... The arcade game was already in arcades by now, so we had the arcade game, but there was no home version of anything yet. There was nothing to play at home that was Ninja Turtles on a console. So this is the first game. It's like, wow, there's a Ninja Turtle game coming out for console. Fantastic. I never got it. My cousin did. I was super excited. I was going to his house. He got the new Turtles game. I was like, cool, let's go play that shit. I go play it. I was just like, this is it? Yeah. But whatever, we played it anyways, because whatever, that's all we had. And then Turtles 2, the arcade, came out, and I lost my fucking mind. Had to have it, Nope. Nope. Ah! So you could test the waters and really get good. Never! Maybe I just jump. Yeah, see, now you know. Now you know how it's done. So forever, you could always do that now. Okay, so we fight a little bit of Rocksteady. No, we're fighting Bebop. There's Rocksteady in the background. It's pretty easy. Is he stupid? Really? I don't remember it being that easy. You can tell it's Rocksteady in April, but come on now. And when you do die, I'll show you what happens when you die. Oop. I'll let somebody kill me. The problem with this game, when you die, you can't use Leonardo anymore. He'll be dead, and that'll be it. And he shrinks away. The original cartoon series, Baxter Stockman being transformed into a human-like fly, is a homage to the 1986 horror movie with Jeff Goldblum. Really? Oh, is that the Fly? Was Jeff Goldblum in the Fly? Wait, was the Fly older? Or maybe they did a remake in the 80s? Are you talking about the horror movie The Fly? I think it was called The Fly. So Donatello is the best character in this game because he has so much reach. You could really, you know what I'm saying? You can clear outs. I think you can even hit this guy. Yeah, you can even cheat a few hits there. But that's this, you know, that's what this is. Now, I think, could we? I'm just curious. Can we level? No, they don't let you. So all they let you do is remove slowdown, remove sprite flicker. I'm surprised you can't level select in that. Let's go ahead and hit some Turtles in Time shit. Okay, so the first arcade game we played is here. Now we're on Turtles in Time. Set starting level. Let's put that on. Let's skip Alley Cat Blues. Let's go to like... Let's go to the God mode off, button dash. Okay, so turbo mode, if you want to use that. Turbo mode, basically, everybody else is going slow and you're going like stupid fast. He's Raphael, I haven't used him yet. Winners don't use drugs, by the way, so just so you know that. Jeff Goldblum was the Fly. No freaking way, I gotta go back and watch that.
Pizza power! Let's kick shell!
All right.
Skull and crossbones.
Let's kick shell!
So, that's a cool thing. You could skip levels. So you don't have to always play the levels. I mean, because I feel like everyone must play the first couple levels over. Now, this is the arcade version. There's going to be some differences. Something I found out last night when I was reading up a little, you could do that ground pound, okay? I had the Super Nintendo version, so that's the one I played the most. You could hit the characters and throw them at the screen, and they zoom at the screen. I didn't realize until... Oh, you could do it here, too. Never mind. I was going to say I didn't realize that you can't do that in this game, but you can. So the person that wrote that article is a freaking asshole, and he was wrong. He was trying to say that the Mode 7 and the Super Nintendo made that possible. I could have sworn I saw it in the arcade versions, too. Where you throw them at the screen. But whatever. What am I sliding on? So of course, this is the arcade, can be played 4 players, whereas the Super Nintendo version is only 2 players. We're going to do a little comparison. We'll skip over to the Super Nintendo version next.
I feel seasick.
Ah! Damn you. Sound effects, I think, are a little different in this, too.
Pizza power!
Trying to think of other things. Okay, well, at the end of this level, we're going to fight Token Razar, I'm pretty sure. And it was Rocksteady and Bebop on... I don't know why if that was a licensing thing, but Super Nintendo, I think, was Rocksteady. One of them was Rocksteady Bebop, the other one's Token Razar. I can't remember which one has which, but they're different, apparently. Unless that person that wrote that I read last night was wrong about that, too, and he's just making me make a whole bunch of friggin' lies for everyone. In that case, I'm truly sorry. My doggy's barking. If you walk on those planks, they smack you in the face. I'm sure I'll show you at some point. Yeah, it's the Simpsons arcade game is also made by Konami, which are the people that developed the first Ninja Turtle arcade game and this one as well. So it's yeah, it's literally like they took the same platform. They took the same like game template and just recreated it with, you know. But it's like the same type of game engine. And that's another one, the Simpsons arcade, that never had a home console release. If they could have got the proper licensing, that should have come out for Super Nintendo and Genesis. They would have sold so much of it. Yeah, okay, so we have Token Razar from Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. This part on the Super Nintendo is... We'll play this level on the Super Nintendo. I'd like to do little comparisons. Or should we do a different level? Maybe we'll do a different level. You can still compare with a different level. I don't want too much repetition. Yeah, the Simpsons never came out for any home console. And that's, I guess that's licensing. The Simpsons are always a pain, but you'd think that whoever, they'd work it out because they know they could have made a fortune. That game would have sold, man. Yeah, like that lightning strike, I don't think there's rain or lightning in the Super Nintendo. And Rocksteady and Bebop are both dressed up as pirates. I might play the level just to see the differences. I do like to do a comparison. I'm curious how much easier it is to hit characters, too. But you can tell this actually has better graphics than the first arcade game. You can see that difference. A little bit more of a cartoon animation.
Bury my shell at Wounded Knee.
I got my little... Oh, shit. Build on my PlayStation 5 controller. You don't want to break this thing, man. These are expensive. These damn things are a third of the price of the systems now.
Oh, shell shock.
Hey, get out of there. Okay, let's go ahead and bail out of it. Build all over. I don't care about games. Booze. I'm just kidding, I don't drink. Good game, yes. Just thought it sounded cool. Okay, let's play. We're gonna go play this level. Boom. Level select on. Let's go Skull and Crossbow. This is gonna be fun. What else? What are the other options? Button dash, extra lives on. I have extra lives on. I think it might be like permanent life. Have all the lives? All of them? Might have like infinite lives? I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. All right, let's go. So you don't get that song in the beginning, too. There was like a song in the beginning of the arcade. I'm going to use RAF again to see what the graphical comparison. It's very similar. Now, this is Super Nintendo versus arcade, so it was much closer to the arcade than the part 1 in the arcade, like the original arcade versus Turtles 2, the arcade game. The first two games we played, the comparison was much more of a difference in the comparison. It was much more noticeable. This is going to be a lot closer to the arcade, but it will have some differences. You got some zoom there. That's at mode 7.
Skull and Crossbow.
Okay, so character's a little bit smaller. Still looks good. Sound effects are way different. I would say the sound effects are almost improved on this on the hit. They're a little more bassy. Okay, so it's much easier to... If you hit them once and get closer and hit them again, it will throw them at the screen. See? It's easier, I think, to throw them at the screen. Which, Shredder's Revenge does that too. Shredder's Revenge is crazy because, these games in the... Now, this is a 2-player game for Super Nintendo. The arcade's 4 players. Shredder's Revenge, you could play up to 6 players, I think. It's either 5 or 6. It's a lot of players. And it gets crazy because the more players, the more bad guys they put on screen. It automatically adjusts. And holy crap, it gets so chaotic that you don't know where your character is, but it's fun and cool. Look at that battleship. Oh, I don't think these general characters were in the other ones. I don't think I saw these in the last level. General Crag or Krang or something. General Trag. We got there. General Trag. Yeah. Come on, General Trag. Take that. Oh, I didn't mean to get it. It was a waste. I'll take those guys out with it. You got different layers here. Those little dots that are all on separate layers. You can tell there's a bunch of different lines of layers. That was stuff you could do on Super Nintendo you clearly could not do on regular Nintendo. You weren't going to get those different layers, creating kind of like a parallax effect in the background, in contrast with the boat and everything, and the clouds. I don't need that yet. Okay, so we're at the end already. And it's not going to be Toka and Razar. It's going to be Rocksteady and Bebop dressed as pirates. As I said earlier, what is that thing he's throwing? Oh, damn. Yeah, they slide down the thing there. Okay. Let's take him out. Wait, what? Do I have to start the whole thing over?
Skull and Crossbow.
I'm not doing that over. Well, you guys got the idea. Let's see. I'm gonna do one more level of this. I don't wanna... I'm just gonna... Where's the, Is this the train level? The train level and the Night Riders are worth playing. Extra lives on. Okay, maybe I just suck that much. Let's go. So we'll just skip that level. We'll pretend we beat Rocksteady and Bebop. It was just going to be me slashing them, and then they think they fight each other, and then they die. If Secret of the Ooze... In the Secret of the Ooze scene during the confrontation with Donatello, where Donatello pretends... it's hard to say to be... Oh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Wow. It's funny you bring that up. That movie's great. I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's such a good, like, campy movie, especially around Halloween time. And they're making a game. There's a Killer Clowns from Outer Space video game coming out. 3 people get to be the clowns, and then I think it's like 4 or 5 people get to be not clowns. And just like people, like, you know, victims. And it's going to be like kind of like a hunt and survive game. It looks cool. Look it up. It just showed a trailer off a couple days, like maybe a week or 2 ago. That Gamescom event they announced it should be coming out. I hope it comes out before Halloween. That'd be a great Halloween game to play. Love the colors in this one. Yeah, man, they're pretty colorful.
Bury my shell at Wounded Knee.
Bury my shell at Wounded... Okay, this is where we fight Leatherhead at the end. This is the train. Again, these levels worked well on Super Nintendo because that fast-moving background was possible now. And all those, you know, the Rocky Mountains whipping by, the trees. Music track is good. The combo system's decent. You know, he's actually doing combos in this one. He's grabbing, bash, and throw them at the screen. You know, whatever you want to do. He had a good variety of moves. Urgh. Little horse coming up down there below. There's just a lot going on, you know? And for us 8-bit kids, finally switching over to a Genesis or a Super Nintendo, like, it felt like video games on steroids at the time. You know, it really did. I remember the first time I hooked up the Super Nintendo and started playing it. Blown away. I had Final Fight, which was like the first beat-em-up game in this kind of style. Same people that made the Street Fighter games. And I loved it, and I was hooked. It was so much fun for me. The characters were big, the music was deep and bassy, and I felt like I had an arcade machine in my home. And now I do. It's right in the background behind me, and I never play because I don't have any friends to play with me. Sherman used to play with me, but you're busy. You don't ever come here anymore. Back when we worked at Google, he used to come over. We used to play video games. It was great. We worked at a nerdy place, and we did nerdy things afterward. Sherman, are we getting together soon? I remember we were talking about getting together, like... You know me, I'm scattered. Supposed to be in, like, what? You said you're going shopping, and then you can get together afterward? Want to go over that T-shirt design stuff for the swag shelf. Okay, let's save this. Oh! All right, let's get him over to it. Let's get him over. I'll sacrifice myself if I have to. Oh, I got them all. Music's pretty good. So, like, this was the last console, too, where music wasn't CD quality yet. It was good. Like, you saw improvements in music back then. Because, like, Nintendo, the sounds were only, you know, if you go type 8-bit song or 8-bit music, you'll hear there's a certain sound to it. They can only get so many sound effects. And then, of course, things were much better. But it still wasn't fully there yet. And then by PlayStation, it was like you could have whatever sound and music you wanted. There was like that, they hit the peak, you know. Audio was, you could have any kind of sound effect. You could have any kind of music. There was no limitations on the soundtrack anymore in video games. This was the last one where that was really needed to evolve. So they've done stuff still. I mean, they've done like spatial 3D simulation and headphones, and you know, they've added, you know, surround sound effects and stuff like that. Games like Call of Duty, you hear people creeping up behind you, things like that. Scary games, a ghost comes up behind you, whispers in your ear, you know, like in Phasmophobia. They still do stuff like that, but, you know, I'm just saying the level of what things sound like, not how they affect you, how you hear them in spatially, we were pretty much there. I'm sure there's been some changes I'm just not aware of, but you know, it was noticeable for people that aren't audiophiles. You could just be a kid and be like, wow, the audio's so much better. Did I kill him with that one hit? No. There he goes. Okay. So because this is Turtles in Time, this is part of the time travel. We're in the old Wild West. There's a level that is you're fighting dinosaurs in the prehistoric times. There's a level where we are on the pirate ship. You know, all that shit. We go to the future. You can go to the future. Now we're in the future. This is Neon Knight Riders. I'll play this level too. This is kind of cool. You're on like these hoverboard things. This is like what did they say the future was? I didn't see. Oh, I can look at the screen. There's a delay. I'll see what year it is. What year are we going to? It's probably like the past now. 2020. Okay, we're in the year 2020. So we're in the future. 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, right now. This is what it's going to look like, guys, in 2020. The city's going to be glowing purple, and the roads, there are no roads. You don't need roads where we're going. And you can fly around on little saucers and fight ninjas all day doing jump kicks. The future's going to be awesome 2 years ago. Dude, that's crazy how old I'm getting. I can't say for everyone. Sherm, you're getting up there too. You're close. You're close. But that's crazy. For people who grew up with this game, wow. It's like, you know, when you find out that Back to the Future was set in 2015, and it's like years and years ago. It's like 7-8 years ago now. Was it 2015? I think it was 2015. Maybe it's 2017. I don't know, something like that. But either way, it's a long time ago now. We don't have freaking hoverboards yet, damn it. Just those stupid things on wheels. Those stupid little things that people roll around on and lean that were popular for like 1 week. That it? Did I Neon Knight Ride? I'm gonna go cry. We never ate the turtle pie yet. I kind of don't want to eat it on camera, but let me know if you guys want me to do the turtle pie. I'll do I think I have to do the turtle pie because I said so. There's just no time frame because we were going to play through the first game, arcade, but we never did. I have to take a turtle pie break. It's going to be messy. I know it's going to be messy. It's going to get, I don't care, whatever. You got to do what you said you're going to do. You know, I said I was going to I'll at least take a bite. Look, I got a knife there. I can cut it nice and clean. Turtle pie. One of the turtle pies I left in the car the other day. I left it in the glove compartment. I hope it doesn't make me sick. I don't think it will. I mean, it's been hot in LA, but maybe I'll just cut that one open, but I won't eat it. Maybe I'll just take a bite out of the vanilla. I'm not going to eat the whole thing. When you get to be my age, you don't You don't eat that kind of stuff all the time. I'll eat pie all day long. I just won't eat like those little Hostess pies. They're like too sweet for me, you know? They don't hit the same way as they did when you were young. You know, candy doesn't taste the same when you get older. It's like, I don't know, maybe your taste buds just change or something. I still love me some candy, don't get me wrong. I had nerd gummies the other day. They're like gummy little things with like covered in nerds. They're kind of like little nerd ropes, but they're like nerd rope bits. They're pretty awesome. Look for them in your grocer. I recommend. Ooh. I got blueberry flavored ones now. Razzle Dazzle, he's gone. Oh shit, dude. I never put them. Cowabunga. Do you do the one that didn't sit? Yeah, I'll cut open the. Let's do that now. We're gonna do the turtle pie. I said I was gonna do turtle pie. I don't feel like drinking turtle pie because I had that damn coffee and it was pumpkin coffee and it was pretty heavy and I'm like, ugh, right now. But let's go ahead. Let's cut it open. This is the turtle. It's not a turtle pie, but this is essentially what a turtle pie is. A turtle pie would be... We need some turtle music. Hold on. I don't want to have that beeping the whole freaking time. It's going to get annoying, so... Let's have this music. Turn it down a little bit. Alright, so... This would just be... Let's rip it open. Ew. So the thing about these is they expire fast, dude. This expires, I think, in 3 or 4. It doesn't expire. It says eat by. It's always like this. They just put them out because I went to the store looking for these for this, and they didn't have them. And then a day later, they did have them. So it's as new as they get. Whoa. This is gonna make a mess. I don't care. I'll clean them up later. That's what it looks like. Pretty terrible. Smaller than I remember. Probably is smaller than it was. It's just this little stupid pie. I'm sorry, I'm being so cynical. And it's covered with I don't like it's like a glazed thing, but this would have been, I think, longer. It would have been a little bit longer, and I think, you know how everything is. They get smaller as time goes on. They give you more for your money back in the day. But go ahead and cut it. It doesn't crumble too much. It would have just been green, you know. Cut decent. I would cut decent. Okay. Okay. I'll show you what I mean. So it's filled with pudding. If this leaks out on my computer or my tablet or anything, and that's what it is. It's a little crust pie with a vanilla pudding in the inside. I'm waiting until I can see the lag to see if you guys can see that. That's a turtle pie, I guess. I mean, if you... Little disclaimer, I've never actually had a turtle pie. Those missed me. I was around when they were there. I just never got one. So I can't say if it tastes like the real thing, but it is like a little Hostess pie with vanilla frosting. Let's take a bite. It's gonna get all over me. Don't judge. Look at that. We're turning this into a mukbang. Take one more bite. It's okay. I mean, it's sweet. And it tastes like pudding. It tastes like just like what I thought it would taste like, you know? If you ever had those Hostess apple pies or cherry pies, I've had those quite a bit. It tastes like that with vanilla pudding in it. I mean... Alright, here's the thing. Before we give this a Dave Portnoy judgment, before we rate this son of a bitch, here's the thing. I know for a fact, and this might sound stupid and weird, but I know for a 100% fact, if this shell was green and came in a Ninja Turtle wrapper instead of this, that's the presentation. Presentation's important when it comes to food. If this came in a nostalgic, Donatello's on the cover, flexing his muscles and his bow staff, that sounded weird. I'm sorry about that. I take that one back. It sounded weird after it came out. I thought it sounded good in my head. Anyways, it would taste better to me. But It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be gross. It's kind of good. I feel like I could eat this whole thing if I wanted. And damn it, I might eat this whole thing. That one flake out of there. I don't like it to be messy on camera, really. Aesthetically, you know, I want it to look good. I give it a 7.1, and that's a high score. I'm in my head, I was thinking a 3 point something, a 6 point something. The more I eat it, I kind of like it. And I'm thinking how I would judge this if it was colored green and it had the Ninja Turtle wrapper. It would be fun. I wouldn't eat them every day. I'd try one, probably in a YouTube video, and then I'd never eat another one again. Okay. Well, that last bite, it fell the hell apart. So now it's like the structure is not happening anymore. It's one of those things that if you want to keep going in deep on this son of a bitch, you're going into messy territory. I'm gonna do one more. Okay. Ooh. That might have been one bite too many. See, I'm not trying to screw up the composure, but just for camera, let's get a wipe off here. We got to go fresh on this other one. Now, I'm not going to eat this other one. Let me read some of these comments. Hold on a second. What's better than the new Ninja Turtle game? Oh, you're saying Cowabunga Collection is better than Shredder's Revenge? Let me just clean the palate with some seltzer. You're just getting here. We're doing a little Ninja Turtle pie. If you were around in the 90s, there was turtle pies. Because I live in Los Angeles, they actually sell kind of like turtle pies. They're the pudding pies, but they're just not green. Just for extra, this one has chocolate in it too. And if you're ever in a lot of my social media, for some reason, we always talk about Boston cream pies, and that's what this is, the Boston cream donut. The Boston cream pie. Make sure I don't make too much of a mess over here, which I am making a mess. Go ahead. Crack this sumbitch open, take a look. Okay, let's open up this package. This is turtle pie number 2. Ooh, God, this one's got like a little rubbery plastic thing. Look at that. You see that? Like a little, oh, it's like tape. What's gone? This might actually be a little bit more neatly done. And I think right off the top, it is. That's kind of clean because this one comes in a box. The backside, you can see where the frosting comes off of it. Do that. Didn't say that. I don't know if I want to try eating this because it's been like 90-something degrees in LA, and I forgot this one in the glove compartment yesterday, so it sat out all day in the hot car. I don't know if it was in enough shade, and I don't know if that would make it go bad anyways. But these things tend to not. This one has a longer shelf date too than the other one. The other one was the 12th. This one's in until the 20th. So this one technically should have lasted. Let me give it a cut. Let's see what the inside looks like. Okay. It cut much easier too. So overall, this is a much more clean little thing. I'm not gonna go ahead and eat that, but that's what it looks like. You can see the chocolate mixed with the. We're gonna squeeze it out for. Yeah, it looks like it's a little more chocolate than it is vanilla, but that's what we're dealing with. You can see good texture, good consistency there. I ate most of the other one, and honestly, this is probably gonna make me sick just because of all the sugar if I do eat this. But we could take a look at it. I don't want it to go to full waste. But again, because it was sitting out in the car, not married to the idea of eating it. But let's clean up my hands here. What do you guys want me to play next? We could play, what have we not done? Let's go Game Boy. No. Let's go. Yeah, we'll do Game Boy Part 2. But then we're going to do Part 3 NES. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. It's totally in my way, and I want to clear out some room, and I'm going to make a mess with it. Okay. feel relieved, like we got that over with. Thank God. That was a lot of sugar. Oh my God, that's the thing, I can't eat those anymore, you know? Hard to eat that kind of stuff when you get older, because it's just like, whoa, your body feels all that damn sugar. Maybe it's my conscience. Maybe I just care more now, you know? Okay. But then again, beach season's almost over, so let's go ahead and pack on an extra couple pounds, you know, for the winter. We gotta stay warm. Okay. We're back at it. Let's jump right in. Okay, so that's... What the hell? Okay, we have the Turtles 1, Turtles 2. We're going to come back here and play Turtles 3 in a second, but let's get to the Game Boy. Game Boy, we did Part 1, Fall of the Foot Clan. Game Boy, Part 2. Let's see what the options are. I'm going to play level 1, and I'm going to skip to, like, level 4. Well, we'll see. Let's see. It's been so long that I played this one that I don't even know... I'm not going to remember it. It's going to seem foreign, but slightly familiar. I was right what you meant about the Turtles. You meant the... Did you not like Shredder's Revenge? I really liked Shredder's Revenge. I thought it was fun, but it's really hard to beat the classics, though, if you grew up playing them, because you can't go back... You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard to replace something you played, like, 30 years ago or more, you know? Because you can't go back and implant that fun, that good time that you had. Like, these games are like... I try to look at Shredder's Revenge as, like, you know, a different thing, but I did like it. I thought it was good. But these, I mean, to me, I gotta be honest, I didn't expect this collection to be as good as it is. I thought Shredder's Revenge was gonna be the big thing, and it was. Shredder's Revenge did well, but... let's choose Leo. But this is a lot more well done than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so I did not like this one as much as the first one, Fall of the Foot Clan. I had both of them, but I just felt like this was kind of a downgrade for some reason. It was things like the way that the jump kick looked. I didn't like that, and the flip was weird. That I didn't get the animation on the flip, like this weird like grab somersault thing. Yeah, and the jump kick just looked weak. Keep in mind, I was a karate kid growing up. That was my thing. I was really into martial arts in the form of martial arts, and I thought that jump kick just looked a little silly. I know it's a weird thing to say, but the form is off on it. I know it's stupid. It doesn't matter. It's like, but like your hips would not be facing forward like that. Your hips would be turned over. Go look at Bruce Lee when he does it. If you watch it, go type in Bruce Lee jump kick, and you'll see what I mean. I know it doesn't matter, but it was little things like that. And just the way the weapon looked when you slashed. I don't know. I still played the shit out of it, but, you know, I just felt like it was not an improvement on Fall of the Foot Clan. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Hold on. What the hell? Give me 1 second. Skip ad. What the hell? Just give me 1 second. Okay. To get the chat up. I lost chat for a second here. There we go, I'm back. Close it out and reopen it. I lost the chat on, and now it's back on YouTube for some reason. I think it's because I'm watching it on someone else's account that lives in the house. And they have commercials because they don't pay for the YouTube premium thing where you don't have commercials. And the commercial came up and it screwed up my chat, so I couldn't see. Ah. Pretty cool to be able to play these games on a big screen. Oh. I don't feel good from that. I don't think it made me feel sick. I think it's just coffee, whatever. I gotta eat healthy the rest of the day. Whoa! Kya! Still, I would say better than the original NES game. Because it's, like, playable, you know? there's a game there to actually play. You could play the NES version, but for most kids, it was just too frustrating. Once you got to that underwater level, it's just like the game was over for you for most people. Most people just didn't have the patience or the skill level to play any further. When a game was that hard, it felt like you kind of got scammed and bought a demo. Because if you didn't have the coordination, if you were real little, to get past a certain part, you know, especially if the difficulty level ramps up like Battletoads really quick after like a level or two. Just like you end up playing 1 or 2 levels every time. I had games like that where I literally, for years, would only play like a couple levels because it would get so hard. I would try it a few times and then move on to a different game. And yeah, it was like a demo. Is there a boss at the end of that? What is that graffiti in the background? That looks weird. Oh, that's kind of cool. So we fought Rocksteady at the first level of Foot Clan. I don't know who I'm going to fight at the end of this one. Oh, that guy thought he was slick hiding. He was slick hiding. But guess what? Cheaterini. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. I cheated. Damn it. Turtle pie. Turtle pie on my mind. What the hell was that? That's cheap. This is one of those games where they just keep firing bad guys at you until you progress. So is this like an end boss? Like a left, right, left, right? Like I said, this is like a new... It's been so long, I don't I faintly remember this. Thanks, Splinter. Look at that cubed up Splinter in there. What if I puked right on stream? Oh, Rocksteady. They always have Rocksteady at the beginning of... He's at the end of Turtles, the arcade game in the first level. He's at the end of... He's at the end of... Secret of the U, or not Secret, there's Fall the Foot Clan. He's at the end of this one. Is he supposed to be weaker than Bebop or something? I'm just like... Did I beat him? Oh, he's got a lot of life left. I actually have to play strategic. How would you get past that? A little faster. I'm trying to save. You can kind of anticipate it because you know exactly what he's gonna do. Ah! Let's try one more time. Nah. I have to go back. Save the future! Okay, we did it. Then I puke up all the turtle, all the, whatever the hell it was I ate that I shouldn't have ate. Okay. Oop, hold on. Okay. All right. Quick game. Yes. Okay, let's go to... Let's do some Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. I didn't play this one back in the day. Turning level off. Let's go to moves before Typhoon Tidal Wave. Brooklyn Bridge is falling down. Welcome to the jungle. Okay, let's start here. Let's go far into the game. Okay, this one lets you have infinite lives. Yeah, so this is another one I didn't really get to play a lot. Turtles in Time was coming out soon. We had Super Nintendos, and Turtles in Time was coming out soon. They were showing it in the Nintendo Power magazines. I was like, I wasn't going to spend my money on this one. 8-bit just wasn't cool anymore to us. I didn't happen to know anyone that had it. So, I didn't ever play it. And that's why this one's kind of fun for me to play now. And this level I'm about to play, I don't think I ever played because I never got that far in this. I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't remember. We are moving up this elevator. Now, by the way, I skipped, obviously, to, like, the second to last level. Maybe we'll beat this one. Ah! Oh, so I can just use that move now. Kill everyone. Because... you got that one little poke move, and I think you could throw them into the wall with that. I'm not positive. Ah. Now they're gonna kill me, but I have infinite lives, so it doesn't matter. And I can come right back if I want and just... oh, I can switch turtles. That's cool. Each has a special move. Whoa! Oh, that was cool. I grabbed onto the ledge and came back up. Okay, you see how I just got squished like that right there? In Shredder's Revenge, they do that too. They kind of like added that for nostalgia. Little elements that were in the classic games. But it's kind of weird because you can use Casey Jones and April O'Neil, who are human. And it just looked weird to see their flattened out bodies. It was like kind of... I don't know, it didn't hit the same way. It was like a little more grotesque, but got like a human that got their body flattened out. It's just weird. I know it didn't look the same as a cartoon turtle. It just, I mean, they're still cartoony looking. It just looked weird seeing a human flattened out. Didn't have the same effect for me. Traumatized me. Urgh. Don't love this level. And I'm going to skip it because let's go to the last level. I don't like that we're not moving. We're staying in one place. It's kind of cheap, you know? What are you saying LOL about? Dare you laugh at me? Scene 8. I worked really hard and I got to the last level. If you're just tuning in. Actually, it makes sense if we want to beat this to start here, because then if I lose life... who knows? Knowing me, I probably won't even make... oh, it's endless lives. Never mind. There's another one of the general soldiers. Hey, did he just do the same move I do? So again, this is a sequel to Turtles 2, the arcade game, so they made it in the same style. It's just, it's strange though, because that is a ported version of an arcade game. And then this one, there was no arcade that they were porting it from, so they were going with the style of Turtles the Arcade Game 2. And it was weird. It felt like it was a port of a game. It was a port of an arcade game that didn't exist. So that's what made it kind of interesting to me, is it felt like they were trying to make this game like another arcade style game. It's kind of, it's in the same category of Hyperstone Heist for Genesis, where the game never really existed in the arcade, but they made one anyways for whatever reason. Oh, because turtles sell. And, yeah. Extra arcade game that never hit the... You know what it's like? It's like when they make a movie, like, say, like Aladdin for Disney, and then they make Aladdin 2, 3, 4, and 5 for home video, and they're not really, like, part of the... They are. They're real sequels. It's canon, but it's like you kind of, like, they're a different category because they didn't get the budget and the huge release. This got the budget. It wasn't a budget thing, but it just... This, and in a way it didn't get the budget because this didn't get the full arcade treatment. Like, there wasn't a juiced out, steroided up arcade version that was just like pumped to the max of what gaming tech was at the time. Like the other two, like Turtles 2, the arcade game, had the Turtles original arcade, which was juiced up, and then their Turtles in Time came out, which was, you know, what the tech could do at that time. This didn't ever have that. This was already inferior graphics because of, you know, Turtles. Super Nintendo was out already, so we expected more at home, so that did make it feel kind of generic at the time. Same with the Genesis Hyperstone Heist. It was good graphically and everything, but I believe Hyperstone Heist was done that way to make it easier to run on the Genesis. They had to take too many things out of the Super Nintendo version and the arcade version, so they just made a different game. I'm guessing. I don't know the full story behind that, but either way, it felt like it was a little bit more of a toned-down version. You couldn't whip the characters into the screen like you could on Super Nintendo. They didn't have that Mode 7 chip. I think Shredder turns into Super Shredder at the end of this level. Whoa, is that a ninja? Oh, okay. That was a different kind of ninja. Well, it is. They have a rope, but I thought it was like, I don't know. That was just completely... I thought it wasn't a foot soldier. I thought it was like a more traditional looking ninja coming out of that. Tell me it doesn't look like it when they're porting in. Why'd they stop? Music's kind of giving me a little bit of vibes from the Super Nintendo Turtles in Time train. Like the little character saying, hey, hey, or whatever in the background. I think that same thing happens in the soundtrack of the Turtles in Time train scene in the arcade. And I don't know about the arcade, but at least the Super Nintendo version. Ah! What the hell? I thought they all died. Ugh. I mean, I guess these guys are going to be a little bit harder because this is the last stage of the game. Whoa. Ugh. A cool little animation. Pizza. Ah. Damn, they're hard to hit, these guys. That turtle pie. didn't make me feel great. I don't have a stomach ache. I just feel like, ugh, I feel like really blah. It's probably the combination of that, drinking coffee, and the heat. The LA nasty 90-something degree heat. But it's got to be way hotter than 90 degrees in this room. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lights on me. The window is open, but it's probably only making hot air blasting. I could have run an AC unit in here, but it would have been really loud. So I do have the fan going. Listen, we got to do it for the vid, right? I'll make do. Is that the end boss of this part? Out of here, stupid little things. Yeah! It's very alien looking in the background. I've never played this level. This is all new to me. Never could get this far. Oh, I'm trying to remember if I have, because there would be a way for me to get this far on the hacked Nintendo Classic version I have, because I could have been using the save reset feature, because you could save at any point and just reset the system if you die. But games like this would be a little bit harder to do that, because you slowly lose life. It's not like you fall down a ditch and it'd be really hard to reset it every time someone hits you. So I don't know, mate. This doesn't look familiar to me. I love that you could just blast them with the super move, though. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, just drill them through them all with the special move. I mean, the donkey kick. Take that, you jabroni. Come on! Super concentration mode. Wait, what are you proud of? You said so proud. So proud of what? It's super concentration mode. Wait, I'm an idiot. That's what I that's what I said. Dude, there's too much going on. I can't read comments and play video games and feel sick from turtle pies all at the same time and burn in the heat that this room is offering. Yeah, you think this game looks good? Graphically, out of everything we have here, I think it looks good in a nostalgia way. It's graphically not that impressive compared to like Turtles in Time. But I like it. I love the graphics. It's a fun retro graphics, I guess I can say. Those are cool, the little robots. I'm surprised at all the variety they were able to put in these 8-bit titles. I wonder if they're going to ever make a Cowabunga Collection 2, because they could do that. I think it'd be crazy if in a couple years down the road, they, like say like 4 years from now, 3 years from now, they did a Cowabunga Collection 2, and they made like the PlayStation. They put a few like the PlayStation or like original Xbox Turtles, because there were some cool original Xbox 4-player Turtles. They put like those ones in there. Maybe some of the Game Boy Advanced or Game Boy DS Turtle games that they made. And then maybe they threw Shredder's Revenge in there because it'll be a couple years old. And so maybe that'll be a cool like pack-in when nobody's really buying that game anymore. I think that would make a cool Cowabunga collection too. The original PlayStation 2 and original Xbox Turtles, a couple of Game Boy Advance titles, and Shredder's Revenge in there. Of course, Shredder's Revenge sounds weird to put in there now because it's a pretty new game, but in 3-4 years, it'll be, you know, it'll have been out for a while. And it'll just be a nice little extra way to get the game. And it'll get people playing it again. I can't use the Super now. I actually have to play normal. Ah! Super. Damn it. Hey, what's up, Lexi? You're gonna get on live tonight? Oh, interesting. Interesting choice of words there. From a joke I made earlier. Actually, you know I don't remember things 5 minutes later. You guys ever see that movie with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler? Kind of like Drew Barrymore in that movie. I don't know who the hell I am 5 seconds later or where I got, how I got here. Hey. I love how they let you switch the turtles after you die. I wish every turtle game did that. Some of them don't. You're like stuck with whatever choice you make. And that's not cool. Sometimes you make a choice in life, you're like, I don't like this choice. I'm switching my major. I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. This sucks. I didn't know it sucked this much. I only went to school for this to impress my friends and my parents. I don't want to do this shit. And then you change it up. What if you couldn't, though? You're stuck forever. You might not want to be Raphael forever. You might change and become a nerd, want to be Donatello later. Maybe your immature stage is done and you don't want to be Michelangelo anymore. That's when you know I've been streaming for a long time and I'm starting to get weird. Booda beta boodoo. Oh, is this the end? There's Krang. It is a classic game. Even though it's 8-bit, you can still see make out the little Krang. You can tell what the characters are in this one. And again, you know, this is toward the very end of the Super Nintendo's, you know. This is a game that came out during the transition where people were transitioning to Super Nintendo. And a lot of people already had. So that's why this is like the max of the graphics, you know. Games didn't look this good in the beginning of the system's life cycle. That's why when you see Turtles 1 when we played it, it's a big difference from this game. The way it plays, the way it looks. I mean, the entire format of the game is different, but still. Like this compared to, say, like Double Dragon even, which was a beat-em-up on the early-ish days of Super Nintendo. It came out a couple years later, after the system was out. This is still a big improvement on that. Just the amount of stuff they put on camera, the detail of characters and stuff. Ooh, look at that. Got a lot of attacks. He had a little mallet that he pulled out there. You're basically fighting two characters. Urgh. Dude, I was just hitting his little rockets. That was cool. Oh! Damn. I'm definitely not playing strategically at all, but I don't really have to. Woo. Okay, yeah, he drinks the ooze, and he becomes Super Shredder. That's kind of cool. Like, if this game came out a few years earlier, say this game came out like a year after Turtles 2, the arcade game, it would have blew my mind. I would have loved this. Ooh. Damn it, he's hard to hit. He hits me before I even get close to him. He's got a range on him. Like, you notice he's not even, like, at some point he's not even touching me and he can kick me. There's no indicator of his life. I'm a big fan of Super Shredder. I got a Super Shredder right on the desk over there, to be honest with you. Oh, I'm jacking him up now. That's actually effective. But it's not... How many lives does he have? Oh, we're kicking his ass. But you can keep doing that. We killed it at him. Just for some context, there's this Super Shredder. Check it out. I'll show it after this. Let's watch the ending, and then we'll take a look at Super Shredder after the ending. I don't want to ruin the ending. Woo! Coconut liqueur. I need something with a little less caffeine in it. There's a cast. So check this shit out. This is made by NECA. They've been doing, like, based on the movies. You can see the detail in this thing. It's crazy detail. It's got the little canister of ooze there. It's got all the... Now, it's made to look like it has a muscle suit on because the actor in the movie had a muscle suit. He was a big football player. I don't know who played the character, but if you get close, and you can even see that the eyes are in there and everything. Got a flowy little shiny cape to the back. I really love this piece. It's pretty wild. And... it's to scale nicely with the Jim Henson costume movie turtles that are back there too. They're scaled right. Like the movie turtles are all very small in comparison to this. So if you pose them all together, they kind of look cool. There's a throwback to the old movie days. All right. We get the idea. We beat that one. What else we got left? All right, so we have the tournament. Let's get a tournament fighter in there. Let's go with a tournament fighters is a game that never came out for Super Nintendo. I've never played tournament fighters ever. This is, I'm sorry, I said it never came out for the arcade. It came out for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. And wait, what is this? Oh, sorry, Hyperstone. We haven't done that one yet either. Why are those? I don't know why Tournament Fighters is so far away for NES. But let's go ahead and play the Super Nintendo version. I think that's going to be the most superior version. And, you know, okay, this is like a... I love these openings. This is the... basically a Street Fighter 2 with Ninja Turtles type of thing. Go ahead. I'm going to be terrible because I've never, ever played this. Let's use Leo. As you can see the other characters in the back. Dude, okay. Not too familiar with that character, but
Round one.
It's a character. All right, so moves are very much, a lot of them work like Street Fighter. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm just doing like half circle forward, half circle backward type of thing. And it's giving me moves. You got your power kicks and light attacks, block. You could shoot a little shuriken type of thing. Damn. It's close. Oh, is he going to win? Oh, it's so close. Did I kill him? Oh, we drawed. No, he killed me. He's got no power left either. That's bullshit.
Round two.
I could go easy on him this time. Dude, this is freaking hard. Oh, the border back on. Have we been playing with border off all this time? That's okay. All right, well that's that game, son of a bitch. Let's go ahead and see what the Genesis version is like. I don't like this game personally. It's not my game. I was more into beat 'em ups, and I did love Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Killer Instinct. But when it comes to Turtles, I was all about the beat 'em ups. All right, let's use. Wow, Donatello looks pissed. Could I use these other guys too? Casey Jones. I'm gonna use Donnie though. Okay, whatever. I don't know what proper speed is. They just like colored blobs. Now listen to the sound effects. They're more muffled. Genesis had a different sound thing going on there. Wow, man, this is hard. Maybe I have it set hard because look how fast they train my power. I love the Genesis sound effects. They're muffled and sound like the game's being played underwater, but it sounds like Genesis to me. Super Nintendo and Genesis sound very different. To be technical, Super Nintendo had a much superior sound system. But they both have unique sounds. Dude, this is so hard. I can't even hit him. That's that. Shell shock, and it sounded like he's got soda, carbonated soda in his throat when he says it. A replay? Yeah. Okay, well, let's quit that. We got that out of the way. Let's check out this one. Let's just run through these tournament ones quick. I want to have them in here, but I know I'm not going to spend too much time with them. Story mode, sure. Let's see what that's all about. So again, we're back on the 8-bit original NES. I don't even have weapons. Oh, it's story mode. Damn, dude, why is this game so hard? Don't make me try. Let me see something. First off, let's see. Oh, remove slowdown on, remove sprite flicker on. I don't know what that is. Versus CPU. I want to just play one round. I don't want to have to go through some story mode. I'm going to do it quick. All right, let's do Raph this time. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to be fighting the same character. Here's how we'll do it. Let's do Raph versus. What the hell is that? Let's do Casey Jones. He hasn't made an appearance in this yet. We've seen a couple of shredders. Let's fight on this pirate ship thing. Oh shit, sorry about, hold on a second, let me get the... I don't know why the resolution dropped on the TikTok. I had to put it back. Oh, you don't have weapons in this. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Really hard to hit them. Damn. I one more round because I wasn't paying attention half that round. I was fixing the resolution. Jeez. I can't hit him at all. He's absolutely... Well, first off, I'm not hitting the hit button, so... I forget there's only 2 buttons on Nintendo. And I was not hitting the right 2. It's like Karate Champ. Yeah, you stupid ass. Free hit. Ah! Teach you to backbreak me. Alright, I hate this game. It sucks. I don't like anything I can't win at. Okay. Let's go back to... Wait, let's just see. Let's just see real quick. We did all those. Let's do Radical Rescue. But... Now, this is another one I never had. Oh, that's nothing. You can only play the game normal. I never had this one. I think I was done with Game Boy at this point. You're never fully done with Game Boy, because I did come back. Okay. So this game I saw online, you can... Where's it go? Oh, you can like float. You can like helicopter yourself. Everyone compares this to Metroid. I don't know why. I'm not a big Metroid player, so I don't know. But this is the same music from Fall of the Foot Clan. I mean, it's the Turtles music, but it's literally the same track. I think. This is one, Damn, how do I get up there? I have to fly? The hell? Aha! But this is one I wouldn't mind actually sitting down and focusing on playing when I'm not doing a stream and I can spend more time on just this game. Because I never played it. Might be fun. How did he hit me? The jump kick. Let's see, now the jump kick looks cool in this one. Look at that jump kick. That's good stuff. Aw, I can switch turtles? No way. What the hell? That's the sound effect. Forget I have to float. Oh. I need that pizza. Ah, I'm terrible at video games. I'm not used to... That just give me one life bar? Seriously? Ooh. Oh, it's the ninja star. Don't legit know where I'm going. Oh! Do I go up? Do I go down? Gotta go to the bottom. Ah! No, I don't want to play anymore. I don't like it. Okay. Cool game. Just, let's go to the top here. Okay, we played this one, the NES. Played the arcade game. We played 3. We played all the tournament fighters. We played Fall of the Foot Clan. We played part 2. We played part 3. We played Turtles the Arcade. We played Turtles in Time. Played Turtles 4 in Time. We played this one. Okay, this is it. This is the last one. Hyperstone Heist. Let's end strong here. Hold on, though. Let's see what kind of... We can set starting level. Mystery ghost ship. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4? Dude, there's legit 4 levels? Okay. You can see. Let's just start this up. I think the first stage is in the city, though. Maybe, like, Mystery Ghost Ship is stage 2 and there's 5 stages. But maybe they're longer stages. I don't know. Listen to the music, the sound effects. This is Sega Genesis. Now it's different. Doesn't sound like Super Nintendo or the arcades. Stole the Statue of Liberty. Whatever, I don't care. So we start in the sewer. We're not starting on some mystery ship. I'm just, you know what I'm going to do for this? I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to play a little bit of each level to give us kind of a full run through of this one. So we'll play for like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds of each level. Because this is the final game, so I want to show a little bit more of this one, I guess. Now, I don't think there's any way to throw them at the screen. Oh my god. Dude, that guy. Yeah, you can't throw... You could do the bash. You can't throw them on the screen because there's no mode 7 in this, which is the technology that lets you scale pixels. Or, I'm sorry, scale sprites. Sprites are the characters. The characters are all called sprites. Super Nintendo had mode 7. Basically, you can stretch out the characters' sprites. and that's gives the effect that things are getting closer or further away from the screen, so it worked. You were able to throw the characters at the screen. But this is, let's go out with a bang here. This is the level 1. Let's go ahead and get level 2 going here. Doodly-doo. Oh. Oh my god, that tick 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 tick, that noise you just heard, I thought that was something to do with the fan in the background. It sounds weird in my earphones, and it was freaking me out. I like how he's got that like jump spin hook kick. Pretty cool. So this game's still well done, even though it's a little bit of a downgrade from the Super Nintendo version. Still a lot of fun, runs smooth, runs fast. Whoa. How long have I been streaming, I wonder? But we get the idea. It's a vehicle level. Shredder's hideout. The final level, though. Hold on, let me see. No, there's one more level after that. Technodrome, I think. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that noise freaked me out. Sounds like electricity going off. Sounds like a taser gun or something in the background. Yeah, so this stage is nothing like any of the other. These things are called Roadkill Rodneys. They're a pain in the ass. Little fun fact, in the Super Nintendo version, in the arcade version of Turtles in Time, there's parts where robots with boxing gloves come at you, and that's in the arcade of Turtles in Time. In the Super Nintendo Turtles in Time, they were actually replaced with those Roadkill Rodney characters. I don't know why. Maybe save memory or something like that. They figured they're both robots, so they could minimize the variety there and save it for something else. I don't know. These are hard to hit. Yeesh. Come on. These things are really hard to hit. Boo-doo-boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. Whoa. Yeah, there's multiple jump kicks. You can do that one that... There's 3 jump kicks. There's that one that keeps you in the sky for a while. There's the flying side kick. And then there's one other one that I don't know how to trigger the other one, but I know the flying side kick, if you do jump then kick really fast, it'll throw that. If you jump, wait, then hit it, it'll, at the top, you'll do that downward sword slash. And then there's that other one. I don't know how he does that one right there. I don't know how to do that one really. Okay. I don't know, I guess it's just randomly. I don't know. When you got it, you got it. When you don't, you don't. Get out of here. Let's go ahead and let's get to that last level. Let's run through the... We're going to actually... Oh, we got another stage. We got the gauntlet, too. Let's see what that is. Then, we're going to seal the deal on this baby. I need to get out of this hot room because it is hot in here. All right, let's see. Let's go Mikey. We haven't done Mikey yet. Oh, I'm a sweaty mess. Listen to that. Tell me that doesn't sound like a taser going off in the background. I thought some shit was going wrong with something. Headset, one of these electrical devices that are surrounding me, one of the lights, the fan in the back. I thought something was going to fry me. I'm like, something is going to electrocute me here. So this is probably has elements of the... This stage is a little strange, but it probably has elements of the stage in Turtles in Time where you are... Well, I'm just distracted. Back in time during the dinosaur stage, the prehistoric stage. A little strange that I'm walking on water, basically. I hate these things. They're so hard to hit. Why do they blow up? They're aliens, right? No, they're pizza mutants or something like that. Ooh, a purple leatherhead. Do 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 do. Ah. Listen to the sounds when he jumps. That's Genesis sound right there. Mega Drive, depending on where you are. It's like that muffled. That would sound different on Super Nintendo. But I do love it. I love the way that sounds. It's just... Yeah, this is definitely like the alternative 16-bit Turtles game. Alright, we got him done. Is it the end of this level, or is there more to it? Oh, there's more. I had a feeling. Oh. Rocksteady it is, then. You gonna fight, or just gonna keep like running at me? If I fight, are you gonna stand there and take my nunchucks to the face so I could win? Without trying. Ah! Come on, dirty son of a gun. I feel like the flip's a little slower in this. He's got a little gobble gobble when he runs, his feet. Listen for it. Ooh. He sets you up. He shoots low because he knows you're going to jump, and then he shoots up immediately. And he's tough. He's got, like, his power's not going down. He just gobbles you. Oh. All right, let's hit this last level up. Final shell shock. I like the bezel in the background. Oh, hold on. Let me see. I like the bezel. It's cool. A lot of people don't like that and they turn it off and just leave black on the sides, but I like having some of the artwork from the box. That's the box artwork that was on the cover. I always liked that, the way it looked too. It was... Let's see if I can give myself some more lives here or something. Let's go to easy. Player rest. Cheap. That's how I do it. Back in the 1920s. What are you talking about back in the 1920s? The disrespect out of you. I ate a turtle pie for you, okay? And I felt sick this whole stream. That's what it's going to say. I'm going to change the title to whatever it is now, and I'm going to add bonus turtle pie. Oh, no. Listen, taser. I'm getting electrocuted. Ooh, look at those little cranks and buttons down below. Yeah! You can't run in this one? Let's have ourselves a little sword fight, boys. Hey, hey! Kya! Heroes in the half shell. Turtle poop. Come on. Don't make me try. I'm used to not trying because every other game has super mode. You know what we gotta try? We gotta try like a god mode. We gotta do like, maybe we'll do Turtles in Time and we'll finish off with that, but we'll do god mode because I could just blast through all the characters really fast. Because we haven't tried god mode yet. We've done like infinite lives. Take that, rock sucker. Maybe I'll go out for ramen after this. You might be thinking, why would you not want pizza after playing Ninja Turtles? It's because I had pizza last night. I'm pizzaed out over here, you know? Hey! Hey! Stupid little mice. It's kind of cool how they burst through the glass like that. It's very arcade. It's like it's just a very arcade aesthetic type of thing you would see. Characters busting through walls. Well, I guess it's in a way a throwback to the first arcade game where the foot soldiers are in the fire scene. They're breaking through like doors and stuff coming at you, which I think's really kind of a throwback to the movie because there was the fire scene in the apartment and like foot soldiers were like busting in out through everywhere. Great movie, by the way. Just excellent movie. I wish they would make another Turtle live action movie. I know they're not going to do it with the rubber suits. I mean, a lot of people from my time want them to, but they're just not going to. Like, those guys that were in those suits were, like, dying of heat exhaustion. It was apparently a miserable experience all around. But there's so much they could do now to make it look that way and better. I mean, they could. I would love it if they made another Turtles movie where the Turtles had that same look and it had that dark vibe, the dark theme, but a little bit more modern, updated. But like a dark theme with the same visual look and tone of the original part 1. You know, before part 2 and 3 when it got wacky. I loved Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, but the first one was like a legit movie at the time. It was like not goofy. Like parents would even enjoy watching it with their kids. It had a little little bit of things going on there, you know? There's some emotion in there. Some dudes were getting diced up. It was cool. We need a Dark Turtles movie. Hey, think about it. So many of the fans are old now. There's multiple generations of fans that have grown up. Whether you were an 80s, 90s Turtle fan or like early 2000s Turtles fan, that's 2 generations of Turtles that have grown up. And of course, kids are into it too because there's 2 more waves of Turtles that have been out. So it's like, I don't know why they wouldn't do like an adult-themed Turtles. They'd get, so many people would spend money to go see it. There's so many older fans that would like a rated R Turtles movie. Yeah. Like Leo stabbing people through the center, looking them in the eyes, like super gangster. Just jacking the foot soldiers up. Not stupid campy like chopping heads off and shit, like real. And some good martial arts. You gotta have real martial arts in there, you know? Like shit you see in the Boyka movies or like Tony Jaa movies. You know, I want to see martial arts movies. I want to see a Ninja Turtle movie with wide shots. Let the martial arts... I can't... Like the Michael Bay ones, I watched them. I had fun watching them, but the martial arts wasn't there for me. Now, I know some of the people, not personally, but I know who played the motion capture for the martial artists, and they're amazing. People like Matt Emig, Anise, look these people up. They're some of the best out there. Their acrobatic martial arts tricking skills are second to none. But unfortunately, I felt like, you know, and this is maybe my opinion, I felt like they weren't displayed properly for what they truly can do. Because it's all these fast cuts and close-ups, and there's just particle effects everywhere and smoke. You can't see anything. Martial arts movies, when it gets to like some cool shit going on, like the martial artist is doing a crazy combo or some kind of really creative tricking thing with like 3 spin kicks in a row and then some kind of spin sweep into a twist split. Something wild, a couple butterfly twists, and then like something like a combo with the weapon. You gotta cut to like a somewhat wide angle where you could see their full body and let a stable shot and let the martial artist pull off this crazy trick shit for themselves. And that's the shot. You can have crazy shots, whatever you want, but when there's a cool martial arts combo, give us those wide shots back so we could see the martial artist perform that amazing acrobatic stunt. I don't know. I think it's a lot of times that you get these cinematographers that aren't martial artists. I know they have martial arts choreographers and everything like that. It's just, I just want to see, and they still do it. If you watch like the Boyka movies, they look at the shots in like a Boyka movie with I forget the actor's name, Scott Adkins. I think that's his name. I could be off. Look at some of his movies, you know, or Tony Jaa movies. They'll get you they'll give you those wide shots and show the martial arts talent. The martial arts movie, you gotta assume there's gonna be martial arts fans and martial artists going to see the movie. Don't make the turtles look like friggin' monsters. Make them look cool. Give them a little charm still, you know? They took the charm away in those newer ones. Or maybe I'm just old and they weren't my turtles. Let me know. What do you guys think? Does anybody love the new Turtles? Are the new Turtles? Is the newest Turtle movie, which is kind of old now too, do you guys like that a lot better than the 90s ones? 80s? 80s, 90s? I don't know. All right, let's get out of here. All right, we're going to do one more. This will be a little encore. We'll do one more. Let me see something. Do we want to do the original Turtles game or do we want to do Turtles in Time? Let me see. I feel like we got enough Turtles in Time. Let's get God Mode on. And let's go to the last level. Let's go. We'll do 2 levels. Because I'm going to blast 2 because I had Nightmare Mode on. And then we're going to call this baby quits. Let's use Donnie at that range. Not that it matters. So the combos aren't going to happen. There's going to be 1 or 2 hits to kill everybody.
Cowabunga!
So check this. This is a cool stage, too.
We gotta save Splinter.
Cowabunga. Check this shit out. Boom. Boom. Everybody dies with 1 hit. Yeah, here you go. Son gun. Since this is gonna be like the end, get the hell out of here, you son of a bitch. Dude. Oh, that guy was a bitch. Since this is the last game I'm gonna play, I'm gonna run through these last 2 levels, and this is gonna be the end. I guess I'll give some thoughts on what I think of this. Hold on, let me kill these guys. They're just really frustrating me. It's like it's on nightmare mode or something. I forget it's the arcade version and they want you to waste your quarters away. I really like this. I think it's good. I think it's well done. The games run really smooth. There's enough features there that are, you know, that are really good. Developers are getting really good at making these retro games. Let's talk about the positives. There's a lot of good games on here. They play well. There's lots of good options. It looks clean. It's not overly blocky looking. It looks clean. It runs really smooth. It's fun. There's online that I'm sure will get better. So overall, I think it's really, really good, and I'm glad it's good. I didn't expect it. Like, I thought it would be something that'd be boring, but I think it's something you can buy and enjoy it on and off here and there throughout the years with friends. I think it's a good way to have all the Turtle games in a nice little set, and yeah, be able to play them whenever you want with whoever you want with your friends socially. Negatives, I wish the online worked better than what I'm seeing so far, but again, that'll be fixed. The online seems like it's kind of a mess right now. No big deal, they'll get it fixed. I wish there was a better CRT monitor. I mean, I just really wish all of these retro-style remake games would have a cooler CRT monitor effect with the curved glass, a little bit of reflection, a little more character blurring, and some rounded off edges to really give you that look like you're on a CRT monitor. So it's aesthetically the way it was, you know, back in the day. I want the game to be in its true form, the way it was meant to be. Yeah, again, but it looks great. It doesn't look bad. It's just, and for new players, that's not going to matter. But for people that remember back in the day, they'll appreciate that. I would. That's kind of it, I think. I can't think of anything else. If I think of anything else, I'll say it. But it's kind of my pros and cons right now. Definitely think it's worth it. It's only, I believe, $40 I paid. Not bad. So these end bosses take a few hits. I thought that end bosses would be God mode too. That's weird. Why is everybody else one hit and the end boss is like... Dude, this would be hard if you weren't... If you were paying money for this. I did beat this in the arcade when I was a kid. But to be honest, transparent here, other children's that were better were playing already, and they got to the end, and then they ran out of quarters tokens, and I had mine ready to go, and I hopped in with a few other people, and I got to ride through the last level to the end. So they got me to like the last level, and they left, and I got to continue their game. Yep. Dude, this guy's just as hard as ever. I mean, that's fine, but for time-wise, I thought I could just whack him one time and it'd be done. Maybe 2-3 smacks and he'd be down. Shredder's looking at me with disappointment from all the ninja skills he trained me in. I'm not good at all. Ah! Jump kick. I'm probably one of the only people that this is my favorite arcade game. I like this one better than Turtles in Time. Every single other person likes Turtles in Time more. Again, I think I like this because, one, it's the first cool Turtles game that ever came out. So this one's a little more special. It's the first arcade game. It came out like at least a year before the other one. So we had a whole year of going to the arcade playing this. And then, of course, there was the Super Nintendo version. So I feel like I played this at home, but it was never quite as good as this version. By quite a bit. And I think I just like this one better because It's the one I always wanted to play. Because we also, for Turtles 4, the first one I played at home was Turtles in Time, the Super Nintendo release, which was very close to the arcade. And I think I got sick of it because I played it so much. I never really got sick of this when I was a kid because I didn't get to play it that often. Just the dumbed-down Nintendo version. Not dumbed down, you know, compromised Nintendo version. And so I think this one was a little more exciting to me. And even now it is because I haven't played this arcade version so many times. I'm a little less sick of this one. Where the Turtles in Time, I have everything memorized on it. Most of it's just, I've seen all 1,000 times. You know how it is. If you see something too many times, it's not as exciting. What did I miss? I was making lunch. What did you make? I'm on the last stage of my last playthrough here, and then I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably nothing. Probably go look in a corner and cry as I normally do for half the day. Then I do a couple push-ups, and then I go about my day. Whoop. We're playing on God mode, so if you notice, everybody that I hit, as long as I hit them one time, they explode. I'm just showing like different settings and stuff. So like God mode is one-hit kills. It's not like that on bosses though. Bosses you have to hit just as many as ever. Take that, one-hit kill. You didn't know that was coming. A little whack with the stick and you're done for. Ice crystal. Ah! I was itching myself. I didn't have... Get out of here. Oh! What kind of a workplace is this? That's highly dangerous that they just have something like that happening, you know? What if the turtles weren't here? They just have giant bowling balls the size of a car rolling down the elevator shaft? They're lucky their entire staff is robots.
Pizza time.
Ah! They give every ninja a poker. Oh, I got 3 at once. Oh, you don't have your little poker anymore, Art, do you?
Crush the turtle.
See, these end bosses are not one-hit kill. I don't know why. Ah! I'm not even near it. I hit him once and then move.
Crush the turtle. Crush the turtle. Crush the turtle.
Fine, I'll just do this because I have infinite life. So you know what? Screw you. The quickest way to hit you anyways. This is like speedrun territory, you know?
Crush the turtle. Crush the turtle.
I'm just gonna sit here and keep doing this because this is like, you know, why walk around?
Crush the turtle.
Oh, he's not even hurt by power. I'm invincible, I guess. Dude, if this is how many times you have to hit him on God mode when each one of your hits counts as like 3 or 4 hits, you know how many times you'd have to hit him regular? They'd be sucking all your quarters up, man. You were buying the game price-wise without buying the game. What are you doing over there? What's all these emojis? Huh! There's rubble on the ground.
I'm invincible.
You gotta swish with seltzer water. You don't want the coffee to stay on your teeth. And carbonated seltzer water will clean that off in a jiffy when you're streaming, so you have time to clean your teeth. So your teeth are cleaned a little before you go brush. Look how much better this Krang looks. We played Turtles 3, which wasn't an exact copy of this game. It was a sequel type of thing. But look at the Krang on this one compared to the one we saw earlier. The colors are better. It just looks a lot more like the cartoon. Kicked me right in my little turtle fanny. Kicked me in my little turtle hiney. What exactly do they want from the Turtles? Like, Shredder and Krang are super rich. They gotta be. I mean, look at the setup they have. They have all these crazy tech, all this stuff. And you're talking back in the 80s, they have all this shit. They got better tech than, like, any government in the world. They're basically, like, they're basically the most powerful Tony Stark type of Elon Musk setup in the world. Why do they want to fight some dudes that are living in a sewer? You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they'd care. There's like, why would they care about some mutants living in a turtle and turtle mutants living in a sewer practicing martial arts? They wouldn't care. They got like rockets and lasers shooting out of the eyes and shit. What exactly do they want? More money? You have like a teleport system. You could literally go to another planet and find some rare gold-like substance that's super valuable because there's, show it to a bunch of scientists and it's like, there's no element like this on the planet. It's not even on the charts. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to sell you this shit for more than a bunch of diamonds that are shitting out gold. And let's see what kind of yacht I'm going to buy after that. Oh, he's turning yellow. We're getting there. They're trying to let you know. Keep putting quarters in, kid, because you're about to win the maximum prize of a 2-second ending. Give us your money. I don't know. Hey. Those look like xenomorphs. I haven't had a comment in a while. Sorry, I missed a few. The episode it came from, the sewers that are mentioned, Star Trek games. He played a Klingon. I don't know what that is. It came from the sewers. I think I remember that episode. Oh, you can't hit me down here. Hitting him right in his little weenie. That's just the height. I'm not trying to do that. Like, what do you want? Like, his crotch region comes right up to my bow staff strike.
I'm invincible.
You know what? I think I remember them mentioning something about Star Trek. Okay, so this was cool because one of the shredders is a waste of time, and one of the shredders is the real shredder. And if he hits you one time, you're dead. So they're really taking your money from you if you're putting quarters in the machine. Oh my god, I lost another life. What am I going to do? Okay, so that's a fake shredder. Why is he one hit kill? Every other boss wasn't. But he was. Okay, well, we did it. That's turtle power. But what about the shredder and the Krang? Burn to toast, vaporize to milkshake, or escape to Dimension X. Until we know, none of us can sleep safely in our beds or shells. What I mean by that, what they mean by that is we're making more of this shit and you're gonna pay us handsomely. That's the staff. That's that. That's gonna be the end of our playthrough here. I had a good time. It is really hot in this room. We ate a turtle pie earlier, and it wasn't really a turtle pie, but, you know, it's similar type of thing. If you go to the beginning of the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. And it was gross. It was good. It was good for a minute, but then afterward, I was like, ah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I had a good time playing these old games. I really like these. They're all, every one of these games is nostalgic to me, even the ones I didn't own, because just the graphical style, the music, and everything takes me back. And thank you for coming in. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everyone that came in and commented. I always do. I love y'all, and I will see you on the next stream or whatever. Check me out on TikTok. I stream more often on TikTok and Twitch. Twitch, I'm Gambino Games. TikTok, I'm The Great Gambino, just like on YouTube. If you're watching on TikTok right now, it's The Great Gambino on YouTube. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.